especially for possibly some because coffee sometimes just spend a little bit more time with it.
Do you have
Councilman.
I don't know. Let me think about it.
All right, I have recently stayed business.
Yeah, squeeze in behind you guys. I know you're not taking, but you can join us here if you want. Thank you, sir.
Counselor, how are you?
Oh, good to see you.
Good. We're living the dream.
How are you guys? I'm doing all right. Great to see you guys.
Yeah, I'm good since we just I might have questions after. I'm not quite sure.
Let me know.
All right, we good? Camera-wise?
I want to thank you so much for being here, every single one of you guys. My name is Victor Regino. I'm the Small Business Coordinator for the City of Providence. And I just want to tell you, or take a brief moment right now to tell you why small business is so important to me. Small business is so important, not just for me and for the City of Providence, because it is really the backbone of our economy. And when you spend money locally in small businesses like this, you're not only paying for kids' college tuition. But you're also helping pay for your neighborhood and your neighbors. COVID has had such a huge impact on our small business community, and I'm thankful to have leaders like the one standing right beside me who understand that to push this out. So first, I do want to start with introducing some of the speakers who are going to be speaking today, and quickly beginning with Mayor Elorza. Right here.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning, and thank you, everybody, for joining us here today. I want to thank many of the partners in government who we work together to make this happen with, and also a number of folks out here in the community, part of my team that have helped along the way. So first and foremost, I want to give a shout out to our MC, our Small Business Coordinator, Victor Regino. Thank you for leading the fight and for being such a strong liaison to our small business community. Yeah, we can clap for Victor. I want to thank my colleagues in government, Council President John Igliozzi, Chairwoman Joanne Ryan, Councilman Espinal, and also Councilman Vargas. Without you, we would not be able to do this work, so thank you very much. Can we have a big round of applause? And let's talk a bit about the people who we do this work for. We're here at Maya Azteca, and we're joined by family members and owners, Cesar Morales and Julio Morales. Their wife, Flori, who is also one of the owners, wasn't able to be here today, but we thank her as well. And César, es un placer estar acá con usted, con su familia, acá en su negocio, y quiero que usted sepa que es usted y otros empresarios igual que usted por quien hacemos estas cosas. So thank you very much, César, for everything. And I also want to give a big shout out to Danny Krenka. Yeah. Danny is a business owner downtown who opened Nicobella maybe 6 years ago, and I had the opportunity to do a walkthrough. He and his family walked me through, and it's just incredible. You know, the work that you've done inside, the way that you've busted through walls and grown the business, just tremendously impressive. They recently received their liquor license, have a full bar, so I invite everyone to please come out and check out Nicobella's and enjoy their beautiful space. So big round of applause for Danny, please. We're also joined by a couple other business owners that either are here or are on their way. I want to recognize Paola Ortiz from El Rincón Dominicana. Where's Paola? Paola, to open a restaurant during any circumstances, but to keep it open during the pandemic is just really incredible. And it's a testament to that spirit, that grit, and that attitude that doesn't matter what kind of obstacle is in your way, you're going to find a way to overcome it. So we're doing this for you, and thank you for everything that you do. Last but not least, I want to shout out and also recognize the new Director of Economic Development for the City of Providence, Mr. Keith Stokes. It's great to have you here as part of the team, and we look forward to working with you on this and so many other initiatives going forward. So as Victor mentioned, small business truly is the backbone of our community. As he mentioned, every single dollar that gets spent here in the community gets recycled into our communities. Now, people raise their families, they pay taxes here locally, they shop here locally as well. And so every dollar that we can spend and invest in our local businesses is a dollar well spent, because it's a dollar that also comes back and recycles and regenerates right here in our community. Over the past couple of years, we know that it's been incredibly difficult for the small business community. Perhaps more difficult than it's been in any of our lifetimes. We've had this unprecedented pandemic combined with a pandemic recession. Now, as we're hopefully nearing the tail end of this pandemic and we're seeing the economic recovery, we have to remember that our small businesses and our entrepreneurs were there for us when we needed them the most, and we need to be there for them when they need us the most. Over the past couple of years, working with my colleagues in government, we've expanded our small business small business loan program, putting out close to $1.5 million out there into the streets, into entrepreneurs who can use this. I'm also very proud to say that working with the City Council, we eliminated the tangible taxes for about 2,000 businesses throughout the city. This not only eliminates the tax, but also eliminates the cost and the time that many of these businesses had to go through to calculate what they owed in inventory taxes. So it was a pain in the butt, and we were able to eliminate it and save small businesses throughout the city a great deal of money. We know that that's not enough, though, and our small businesses need more. And that's why we're here. And I'm proud to announce the opening of our portal to apply for our micro grant program as part of our small business grant program here today. These funds come directly from the American Rescue Plan, so I appreciate all of the support from the federal level that we received to be able to invest in our community. Our entire federal delegation played a role in making this possible. But this federal-local partnership requires for us to do our part. And what we continue to hear from our small businesses is that they need these funds, and they need them as quickly as possible. And that's exactly what we're doing here. By launching this portal, we are getting out the gate, and I believe we're one of the first communities to invest these American Rescue Plan funds in this way to our small businesses. So, 2,700 small businesses throughout the city of Providence are going to qualify for $2,500 in a direct cash assistance that they can use to pay bills, to run their businesses, or for any of the other uses that our small businesses have. So we're here to encourage every small business owner throughout the city to visit pvdrescueplan.com or pvdplanderescate.com. Fill out the application online. It takes about 20 minutes to do so, and we wanted to make it as accessible as possible for the community. So, Victor Regino is holding extended office hours. Anyone who needs any help applying for this grant, please just call Victor. If you need access to it and you don't have a computer, you can call my office at 311. They will get you the information that you need and even walk you through the application process. We know how hard it is to run a business. We know that you're busy. We know you have a lot of other things going on. So we want to make it as convenient and accessible to you. So thank you, everybody. Please help us spread the word and make sure that our entire community comes together to support our small businesses when they need it the most. Thank you so much, everybody. Help us get the word out.
Thank you so much, Mayor. Next, we have Council President Igliozzi, and actually, he is a lifelong resident here, so give him a round of applause.
Thank you and welcome everybody. Welcome to Silver Lake, Ward 7. I am a lifelong resident. In fact, Gray house right there is where I was born and raised. Third story tenement, right there. That's where my family's been in this neighborhood for our entire life. We still are. We're proud of that. We're also proud of the fact of what we're doing here today in particular, right? First, I want to acknowledge, of course, the mayor, of course, President Pro Tem, Paige Respinal, Oscar Vargas, our new council person, our neighbor here, Ward 15. And of course, my esteemed colleague, Councilman Joanne Ryan from Ward 5, our chairperson of the Finance Committee. And also, by the way, it's important to note, the mayor mentioned it. At the end of the day, it's our federal delegation. Right? At the end of the day, that today would not happen if the federal government didn't take action and provide additional resources for all the cities and towns and states to help alleviate this horrific event called COVID-19. Right? And we heard the stories. Restaurants were closing. Restaurants were trying to figure out how to stay open. Restaurants were trying to rework their business plan, how to make it work. Right? And it's been tough, right? Getting help back, trying to get people back in, trying to get people to show up at restaurants. It's still a very difficult journey. You know, and besides COVID, just trying to open a restaurant in an urban area. I met Cesar Morales 2 decades ago. I met him way back when. He was a councilman. Cesar came in and says, I want to open up a restaurant. Cesar and I joined forces. And one of the first things we did was march down to City Hall, him and I, and we started plowing through the red tape so we can get this business going. This business really only could hold 45 people. Today, it holds 127 people. That's an expansion. Caesar and his family have expanded this place. This used to be an old bank. They have completely redone the interior, high-end fixtures, the parking lot, the gazebo. They have entertainment, their food's world class. He's a testament, his family's a testament of truly staking a claim, expanding a business, and growing. But it's a partnership between the city and restaurant owners like you. Small restaurants and businesses in the city of Providence cannot do this alone. We need to help them in any form or fashion, whether it's zoning, whether it's licensing, whether it's trying to make it a safer environment for them, more policing, more patrolling, making the streets clean again. So people feel invited to come on down to the restaurants. People feel safe to come to the restaurants. That's our obligation as city government. Our obligation is cut the red tape, make it a safe environment, make it a clean environment. It will not work, that partnership, unless we do our job. So today is part of us doing our job. And I have to commend Chairwoman Ryan, because when we were talking about this earlier in the budget discussions, she was working with the Internal Order and our Chief of Staff, talking about how do we get some funding? How do we work this out? And I'll be honest with you, it germinated with her and the financial team, the City Council, coming up with this program that you're here seeing today. It's earmarking $7 million. How do we get it to the small businesses in the city of Providence? How do we work with them? So we work in collaboration with the administration. We said we need to get some of this money back on the streets, back to small businesses, and getting it working for them, which hopefully will work for all of us today. So I have to commend the chairwoman and the finance committee and my council colleagues who joined forces to move with this initiative and support the administration working on executing this initiative. And Mayor mentioned earlier about the portal, talk to them about it, visit it, learn about it, spread the word, and get people to engage. The money's there. We don't want to hang on to this money. We don't want to keep it in the bank account. We don't want to leave it at City Hall. We need to get it to the small businesses in the city of Providence. So I challenge all of you, the news agencies, and everybody in the audience, get the word out. Let's get this money back in the street. Let's get it in the hands of the small businesses. It's not the answer, but it's not going to solve all the problems, but it can help. And that's what our obligation is. To be a helping hand, to be a good partner to the small businesses. I'm proud, by the way, that we're kind enough to come to Myers Tech, and I'm going to show because it is a great story. Caesar has a phenomenal story, and I'm not going to embarrass him with it because I've known him for so long. And him and I know it going, I love the fact that he's grown the business and he's just done a great job. He's been a wonderful landmark in our neighborhood here. And I'm gonna let him tell him his story, how he wants to tell it. But it's a remarkable story. He came to this country, he didn't have anything, and this is it. He created the great American dream. And this is an impressive achievement, right? Come here with nothing, and you build something. You raise a family, fantastic family. His children are phenomenal, right? They're doing really well. I mean, that's a great story. So we need to embrace it, talk about it, yell it, scream it on the rooftops, and help. So with that, I want to thank everyone for coming, thank my colleagues for all their help, the administration, the mayor for his help. It's important that we get this money out to the streets and we keep moving forward. We still have more money to dispense in this American Rescue Act, American Rescue Plan. We still have about $100+ million. And we're going to do what we can with that money to get the city's finances secured and get our neighborhoods moving in a positive direction. Thank you. God bless. Be well and be safe.
Thank you, Council President. Next, we have Chairwoman Ryan, who actually brings a wealth of knowledge in finance as well. So let's give her a round.
Thank you very much. Thank you all for being here on this really exciting and important day. I'm a product of a small business family. Many people don't know that. I have the honor of serving on the Finance Committee now. I learned everything I know from our wonderful Council President, John Igliozzi, who served as the Finance Chair for many, many years. When we were faced with how to distribute rescue funds, for me, small businesses was always top of mind. I'd like to thank Victor. I'd like to thank the Council President and the Mayor for getting us to where we're at today. I'm thrilled to be here to join in the announcement. Maya Aztec reflects the story of so many small businesses that were hard hit during the pandemic. And they're still very much in the midst of recovery today. We have small businesses. This is just one venue that is struggling throughout our city. There's countless venues. Almost every business, small business in our neighborhood, along our business corridors, are going through what Caesar has gone through the pandemic. So I'd like to take this opportunity to thank Caesar and all the small businesses along every business corridor in the city of Providence for sticking with us, hanging in there, and serving the people with takeout through the pandemic, because they truly served our neighborhoods. They were on the front lines, and we thank them. So let's give them a round of applause. Some small businesses have managed to thrive, to survive, but others need extra support. That's why we got to work right away on trying to find dollars from the Federal Recovery Fund that we could direct to small businesses. The Council President mentioned that we worked with our finance team to try to figure out what made sense, how much assistance we could push through, and how we could get it on the street quickly to provide immediate relief. That's how this program was designed. That's how we came up with it. I'd like to thank my colleagues on the City Council, particularly the Finance Committee, because they were on board from day one. Everyone agreed that neighborhood businesses are the lifeblood of our neighborhoods. Local businesses are so important. They define us. They're the very fabric of being, the sense of pride that each of us have in our unique neighborhoods that exist throughout the city. I want to also commend all the folks that worked on this project. It was truly a collaborative effort. Obviously, the federal delegation for getting us these funds, the state representatives and senators, our mayor was very helpful. The administration worked hand in hand with our council colleagues, as well as our council staff and finance team to put this program together. It's a $7 million council allocated and it's part of the $43 million American Rescue Plan budget, and it will help our neighborhoods recover. With approximately 2,700 eligible small businesses, we anticipate that these micro grants will provide immediate positive impacts to our business owners, employees, and our residents. Again, thank you to the Finance committee and everybody who worked on this, but mostly thank you to Council President John Igliozzi. When I came to him and I said we needed to make this a priority, he said, absolutely, I am with you, we need to get this done. So he was on board from day one as well. I look forward to working with all of you, and I could not have said it better than Council President Igliozzi. We need your help. We need to get this money out. It's there. It's an easy application process. We were briefed. The council leadership team was briefed on it. We went through it. It's a simple process to go through. We hope we're going to make sure we provide resources for those who need to get through that process. But again, it's easy. Let's get the money on the street. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Chairwoman. And last but not least, let's give it up for Cesar or Cesar from Maya Azteca.
Okay, the first thing, I don't speak English very well, but I can try it. I'm Cesar, I'm the owner of the restaurant, Maya Azteca, and I want to say thank you, Igliozzi, because he helped me with everything I needed. When you need something, call him, he helped everybody. Thank you.
Short but powerful. Okay, so now I do want to thank you all for being here. I'm going to take up some questions, but I also do want to tell you guys that we're going to have some of the small business owners who are here today actually apply for the grant inside.
How long will it take to turn those applications around and start dispersing?
So it's actually under consideration, and it will constantly be reviewed as the applicants come in. So
It's under consideration. So we don't know. We don't
It's
know.
a rolling application, and review will start November 12th.
How long does it take to review an application?
it's just something that, constantly is being reviewed as the applications come in.
Why is the cutoff date from 2019? There's been multiple businesses open up over the past 2 years.
Please restate your question, I'm sorry.
The cutoff date for to apply to grants is you have to have your business registered by December 30th of 2019. What about all the other businesses that have opened up through that time?
It was difficult to try to figure out how we were going to carve out a population that we could help and we could get money out to quickly. So we had to establish a cutoff. We did try to focus on small businesses. The program was sized at $2,500 because we felt as though that was a significant amount to help a small business that had tangible assets between $5,000 and $1 million. Anything else, if we need to make adjustments in the program, we will along the way. The most important thing, to answer one of your other media colleagues' question, we need to get this money out quickly. And we are building the plane while we're flying it, quite frankly. And if we haven't found the right recipe, we'll tweak it and make it work.
Does that mean there'll be an increase in funds if it needs to be changed?
We're going to see how effective this program is. We're going to know that almost instantly because it is based on an automated process for applications. And that will give us an idea of who's applying, what the need is, and most importantly, this is a lifeline to our small businesses. This isn't the end of the discussion, it's the beginning of the discussion. So while we're engaging our small businesses, we'll know right away what extra need, what additional needs they might have. And this is an opportunity to triage them and provide additional resources as needed.
What about micro entities that register as sole proprietors?
That's a very good question. I'll leave it up to this.
Yes, so when you go through the application process, there is a sole proprietor option on there, and you can go ahead and submit that application if you are a sole proprietor, and it will be reviewed.
Coalition Radio Network, what type of documentation are folks going to need, and what impact will citizenship status have, if any, on the application process?
That's a very good question. So a couple of things that it's going to be needed for the application is 2019, 2020 tax returns. You're also going to need a government-issued ID, whether it be ID or passport, and you're also going to need a payroll register as well.
Will these be 1090? Will these be 1099? I'm sorry. Will these be 1099?
1099 employees that you're
No,
asking?
no, no. In other words, will these grants be recorded with the State of Rhode Island Department of Taxation and the federal government?
So all it is right now is it's a quick yes, but you would have a list of your for the payroll register. You're going to have a list of all your employees and your wages, and that's all you're going to need for that. As well as you need to have at least a minimum of $558 in tax.
I'm sorry. I probably misstated my question. I meant, is this taxable income to the recipients?
How many languages is the application in, and what sort of translation services do you offer?
That's a good question as well. We do have English. We have these.
Is there any translation service available for anybody who speaks any other language besides those two?
So if anybody is having difficulty with the application itself, they can go ahead and come into my office hours, and then I can absolutely find somebody in staff that speaks that language.
Obviously, there are small businesses that are which is taxable. That'll trigger more. Can you explain, or perhaps the council people can explain how the decision to allot that amount of the grant or allot the $7 million to this project was made? What factors? How you figured out that number?
And
We allocated a certain amount of
We need you in front of the microphone.
We allocated a certain amount of money, and then we divided by the number of businesses we know in the city of Providence. Then you get an outcome. So now, just to follow up on your question, what I'm saying here is that as the chairwoman said, as the program moves forward, Ferguson still have $110 million, and we see how it goes. If it blossoms, it grows. You can always go back to it and modify it. You have to start somewhere. Right? And so you got to start somewhere to get to somewhere. So we started, that was the start. Number of businesses that we're aware of, for the number divided equal, that's where you get that number.
Councilwoman Ryan referenced $43 million overall. Have you made any decisions regarding the balance of that?
What do you mean $43 million?
That was you're referring to the immediate needs funding, the $43 million funding that was approved by the council for immediate needs. This is part of that. It was a full package of assistance and immediate needs that funded diversion services, that funded a number of programs that we needed immediate, direct COVID-related issues that needed immediate funding. This is one piece of it.
That's already been allocated.
Already been allocated.
One more question, then we're going to do business owners inside. Any other? All right. All right, thank you all.
Thank you so much.
Folks, Coalition Radio, we're going to go inside, take a little background footage, and we'll have this up on the site. Hopefully. We're kind of a little bit behind. We're buried. A lot of stuff going on. But again, Facebook.com/The Coalition Radio, on the mighty Twitter at Coalition_radio. And I think we pinned, or we'll have up our link tree. So if you can, we're on Instagram now. And, well, pretty much everything else. Twitch, anywhere people can watch. Thank you so much for spending time with us this morning.